Good evening, folks. Welcome to another Fast Panda live stream. No rem races tonight. That was a one-time special treat. So, you've got myself, Stormshroud. We have the Claw, as always. And our special guest this week is The Question, our friend from the Netherlands.
A walk-off from the Netherlands.
Indeed, a walk-off from the Netherlands.
Yeah, a walk-off from the Netherlands, living in Germany.
Yeah, you're a walker, aren't you, Question? And I'm a walker, and you're just Stormshroud.
I know a lot of walk-offs. I mean, officially, that means any rule questions have to go to you, Claw, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Look, you know I'm only in it for the fame and the glory.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the Torchlight Brigade stuff we've seen so far, because we saw a whole bunch of models last week. We had a couple of videos today, so we've got a few bits to talk about. And then, Question, you've got some stuff you want to talk about an upcoming event, tournament thing that you're doing.
Coming in 2025, so we have time.
We have time. So, did I forget anything, Claude, before we start?
No, I don't think so. I think that's all we've had recently is the Torchlight stuff on Corvus Belly. So
I think so. We might have missed something, but
probably some releases or something. The anathematic. The new is on release, isn't it? I might have ordered that.
We definitely talked about the anathematic because I couldn't hear you at the time, but everybody else could, and you were saying nice things about it, and I couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
I remember that. Right then, let's get started. So, Torchlight Brigade, the new sectorial coming for 012. Looks like a lot of heavy infantry in that pack to me.
They did need it. I think 012 needed a heavy infantry pack. I
think having a sectorial that's going to... It's definitely, assuming it plays kind of how it looked and how they described, it's going to play differently to 012 and Star Marder, which I think is a good thing. Give some variety if you're playing 012.
It gets more people into it. If they play that heavy infantry style, and they like heavy infantry, it might get them into the 012.
Yeah, it was like with military orders. A friend of mine started it. It was like, okay, these models seem heavy, so it seems simple to play, but yeah, that's not always the way.
No, so the first up we've got are the Silver Star Rangers, or Rovers. Silver Star Rovers. Why do I want to keep calling them Rangers? I don't know. There's going to be 3 models in the bundle. One with a HMG, one with a med kit, so paramedic, and the other one was multi-rifle multi-rifle riot stopper of some kind. I'm sure that's what Carlos said in the unboxing video. What do we think of these guys?
I'm not a fan of the helmet's design. I've got to admit, I think they're a bit ridiculous.
You got something against the Romans, have you?
It's not that. Yeah, I don't like the helmet design. It's kind of like full stop. I'm not a fan of the helmets. I think okay, they want to give something fancy to them, but it's no. Yeah, they're not aerodynamic. I don't know. If they've got jetpacks on, they fly through. They got that thing, and the head would be going all the time. It don't make sense.
They do look like maybe if that was a factor for you, they do look easy enough to trim off.
They do look easy enough to trim.
And then far down, then you wouldn't need to do.
It depends on how they're flying. If they're just going right in, then it cuts the air in front of them, so it's really aerodynamic.
No, from my point of view, I'm not a fan of this. I like the heavy infantry armor and all that kind of stuff, but the helmets kind of just ruin it for me. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I like them, but I kind of like that Roman look. So that's a Centurion, whichever helmet it was that had the horizontal crest as opposed to the one going down the middle like a mohawk. I think they look really good. I do think they look a bit more heavy infantry, maybe medium infantry with 1 wound, shock immunity, no wound in cap, something like that. But yeah, I think they look really nice. Chunky, a good list, something good to build around. It looks like. Question, your thoughts?
I'm smack in the middle. I can take him or leave him.
Fair enough.
It's they look nice, but yeah, it's not like I'm a primary nomad player, so I always think that nomads have the sexiest models, uh, but they're okay.
And they did definitely draw a lot of comparisons I saw on forums to models from a certain other company.
They don't look like Space Marines to me, but you know, at the start of when you saw it all on the internet, of they look like Space Marines, and comparing to Ultramarines, and they're all blue and heavy armor, and I kind of got a little bit annoyed. But as I've gone on, I thought, and they look a little bit like Space Marines, so. I still don't really think they look like Space Marines. I just think the heavy armor and they're blue. But hey,
well, if it draws in a few more attention from the 40k players because they happen to look slightly like Ultramarines or whatever, then if we get a few more players playing Infinity League, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Plus, they didn't invent the Romans or the colour blue, so I think we're all good.
I think I wrote that somewhere.
Yeah.
I think that was most people's first response. Anyway, moving on, we have the Nimrod, which looks more skirmishy.
What's the other O12 sniper? The Omega, the
Epsilon, the one
Epsilon?
the one that you dislike with the MSV that keeps shooting at you.
Isn't that the same model?
No, it's similar. It's got a weapon pointed upwards, but it doesn't have a cloak. The helmet's very different.
Yeah, it's just it's very similar to that one.
One thing I would say about the photos that they put out is I would have liked if the background wasn't blue. It does make. Do you know what I mean? The models are blue, the background's blue. Everything kind of blends together in some of these photos. It's hard to make out where bits end and bits start.
Yeah, whoever painted this one with the edge highlights. Here we go, Ogre. One black for Ogre. Ogre would have gone mental on that gun.
Quite possibly.
Because if you go back to the other guys,
to the Silver Stars, yeah, I can do that.
That's quite nice. Now, because you can see the multi-rifle right stopper thing. That's quite nice. Blended, it looks nice. But this one, it's bloody awful.
It could just be the angle.
I hope it is, but it doesn't look great from there.
I think it has to do with the surface as well. Because this one, the sniper or AP marksman rifle is really flat, and the other one is more rounded, so it gives you, I think, a little bit of more depth.
Yeah, but anyway, there you go, Ogre. I've voiced it for you.
So, apart from the edge highlights, what do you think of it as a model?
It's for me.
It's fine. You're not going to be truly enthusiastic about any of these, are you? Because you're not an O12 fan.
No. I will. There's some I'll do like this particular one. I think it looks like an Epsilon, and having two snipers that look very, very similar in the same faction, probably not a great thing. If you've got snipers that look different and feel different in a faction, it's probably better. But this and the Epsilon, I think they're a bit too close together.
I think the Epsilon's right-handed. This guy appears to be left-handed. I'll get me coat, shall I?
On the scale of 1 to 5, this is a definite 3 for me. What are your thoughts?
I like it again. I like the cloak. I think the cloaks work quite well on some of these. I like the helmet design from what we can see of it from the angle. I'll be curious to see what its stats are and where it's going to fit in the faction and in the sectorial.
Or even in O12, is it going to be similar to an Epsilon? Is it going to have a different points value to an Epsilon?
It kind of feels to me like it might be one of those camouflaged, infiltrated, or AP marksman rifle type guys rather than a sniper. I wait to see.
What about you, Question? What's your thoughts?
I'm like him, but I always like people with the sniper pose. So, but I'm curious. Were there any pictures from the back of the cloak, like or the front of the cloak, like the outside? No.
I haven't seen any other pictures of the Nimrod yet.
That's what I'm curious about because you can really do. I don't think I'm not sure about the color that they used. Maybe use a darker yellow or something like that. But maybe it's too flashy then. But
I know the chap who painted them has been putting up more pictures of all the models on his Instagram.
I don't think he's done them all.
I don't know if he's done all of them, but certainly, is it Sergio Minotaurus, I think his name is? I forget, I probably pronounced it wrong, I apologise.
We'll find a link, we'll pop it in the below when we repost this. But yeah, he's on Instagram, he's really quite good.
Yeah. Right. Do we want to move on, or do we want to catch up with chat?
Yes, let's have a quick look at the chat. Okay, we've got Coyote. He was first. Congratulations, Coyote, and welcome. We'll get you on here soon, I'm sure. Crouching Otter, good evening from West Yorkshire. Good evening, Crouching Otter. Nunky Butts, hi. Kubla Dan, good evening, fellas. Kubla Dan, how you got on with Ram Racers? Have you had a game yet? Mr. NOP, good evening, Paul. I hope you enjoyed the tournament last weekend. Sorry we weren't there. Nexus, good evening from Blackpool. Been busy few weeks since I last caught you. Now admin for the O12 Facebook group and had health issues. It's great that you're back up and running, mate. And I
hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I hope you're feeling better. Crouching Otter, a friend of mine ended up giving me his O12 as he didn't have any time to learn and play Infinity. I think I'll be expanding my collection with the Torchlight and reinforcement stuff. I love everything.
Always good when someone gives you an army.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, you gave me an army way back in the mist of time to get me into Infinity.
Yeah, I cheated.
And then everything went wrong.
Coyote says, I played my first game versus Star Marder 012 on Saturday. Let us know how you get on. Ralph says, hi, folks. Good to see you. Good evening, Ralph. You've got some really nice models that you.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, really did a really nice
Helena Troy.
Yeah, very impressed. Nexus, someone in the O12 group photoshopped the Rivet helmet into a police light bar. Yeah. Kubla Gan thinks I think the O12 looked great. Kubla Gan says a unit being called Strider just ticks my boxes. Yeah, Strider, that's a good name for somebody mysterious sitting in a bar and smoking a pipe. Katie says Storm Star is feeling blue. Blue. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you're banned for 5 seconds, mate. Psychotic Storm. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, buddy.
Well done, by the way. You got his name right the first time.
Alex Hill says, good evening, all. Good evening, Alex. Couple Dan, not managed to play Rem Laces yet. Hopefully this weekend. It's good fun, especially with kids. Spec Up Spub. Hello, all. Good evening, Tam. How you doing, mate? And Ralph says, T. And okay, so let's have a look at the next one, shall we?
Okay, so the next one up we have is the Yellow Jacket, which is definitely a combat jump troop. And
you
that
think?
One is, yeah, I'll put money on that.
I have seen a different poster of this somewhere. And yeah, this one does look good. It's got those things around its shoulders, kind of like little forward jet things. I like them.
I think it's a great pose for a combat jump troop. I don't think it's going to be too difficult to get balanced. And it looks like it's on with a submachine gun, which is cool.
Jump troops generally have short range weapons, don't they? So
usually yes, but I think it looks really good. I look forward to seeing more angles of that one. I haven't seen those other pictures. I'll have to go hunting.
Yeah, the helmet's pretty good. The kind of like halo thing behind him is part of his shoulders rather than his helmet.
Before we started, Question, you were saying you were interested in how this one was going to play, given it's called Yellow Jacket.
Yes. So I was really thinking about it should be like aggressive, because normally Yellow Jackets are considered to be aggressive. If you look at other games, and I think also in the Animal Kingdom, Yellow Jackets are really aggressive. So maybe it will be something with Berserk. I don't know. But it
Oh,
seems,
imagine it landing, surviving, and berserking into you. That'd be.
but it seems pretty harsh for O12. You know, maybe it was like they tried to stimulate it and then it went haywire. So maybe they just drop them and do the war crime stuff that you're not allowed to see.
Which is why we sent it to a faraway planet.
But I actually really loved the eyes. It really has a piercing look to it.
He definitely looks a little more intense than
Yeah.
some of the other guys.
But the only thing that I'm questioning at this moment is the chevrons on the back. So it works because it's a yellow jacket, the colors, but it kind of does not match with the other.
It's an orangey yellow rather than a gold.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see what you mean. Yeah, there's a little bit of a clash.
I've just seen TheQuestionNL's comment. I'll come back to that later.
Next up, we have a couple of Hellblazers with shields and rather large swords.
Well,
What do you think of these?
Claw showed a picture from the back, and it wasn't that bad. When the one that you shared, Claw.
Yeah. That was off his Instagram. It looks nicer, I think, from a different pose, but I like them. I think for me they look more like Space Marines than the others.
But that's because it's the Terminators have the Thunderhammer Storm Shield, so it was hard. I think the only thing that they could do is maybe make the weapon another color to really stick out.
Again, it goes back to what I was saying, that there's a lot of blue in all these photos.
Yeah.
Does kind of make them all look a bit washed out sometimes. It's nice to see Max's shield in another incarnation, because it's definitely Maximus's shield.
Yes, it definitely
shrunk.
Yes, it is. He will go with Maximus. He can take Maximus, can't he?
Don't know, because we don't know what the army list contains yet for Torchlight Brigade.
Yeah, but
yeah, those two are Maximus and a Harry's charging across the board. That sounds fun. Let's do that.
Yeah. Shoot them first from a distance, thank you. Because I imagine they're going to be quite tasty up close and personal.
I have a suspicion they might be a bit Teutonic.
You reckon they're going to be like the Teutonics? With dodges and things?
I think they're kind of going to be like the Teutonics and the Cenobites that we got for Bakunin.
Yeah.
They were awesome, but they're not quite as dodgy, but they've got -6 mimetism to make up for it. Yeah, I imagine they're going to either be very tanky or very dodgy to get across.
Yeah, the Cenobites are just like a wall to get through.
Yeah.
Just stand there with 2 missile launchers and, have fun.
So that's the Hellblazers. Next up, we have Strider, who was mentioned earlier, which I think was another skirmisher it was described as in the video. Yeah, this is one of those photos where I said the blue makes everything sort of disappear, because it's very blue against the blue background. It's hard to make out, I think, some of the details. That could just be that my eyes are old and rubbish.
Could be. For me, it's not great. I think it's an average. Corvus Belli's miniatures are above average, but this is an average Corvus Belli, I think.
I need to see more angles of this one.
Yeah.
With that one angle, you really can't tell very much. I mean, it looks like it's got some sort of vents on its back, on the backpack. I can't work out if it's also got a bit of a cloak. It's just a bit hard to tell. But I agree, this one is very average for Corvus.
Yeah, the face is the worst part.
The lighting and things is not doing the face painting any good.
No, it just like that they can see a normal face. It doesn't add to the model. I'm checking the model. What's the infiltrator called for the very expensive infiltrator for? Oh no, it's for nomads. It has a similar backpack. The Sombra.
Oh, the Sombra, yeah.
Yeah, it has a similar feel to the Sombra.
I can see that, yeah, because it's got those sort of like vials or.
Yeah, but I would redo the face to have a helmet type, and then it's fine.
Yeah, maybe some green stuff in there just to give it a visor rather than a face. Yeah,
Well,
it does look a bit squished.
Yeah, on the kind of like lore video that the CB published about an hour or so ago, they were saying that they're heavily armored to protect them from radiation and microorganisms and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, he's got his face out.
Yeah.
And then, okay. So last up, then we have the one that's going to be the thermoplastic model in here, the Silver Star Prime, the big Silhouette 5 chunky boy.
The Kratos.
I don't really see that it looks like a Kaitok. It doesn't have the arms coming over the top.
It does.
No, it does. So the Kaitok has like the gun arms that come up above as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's the forearm thing. I think that's what gets for me. It's the forearm.
Okay. Thing. Like a lot of the tags, they also have forearms.
Yeah,
little arms and big arms.
Yeah, it's the same silhouette. It's the same. Yeah, it's just. For me, it's looking the same. I like it, but
this is another one I'd like to see from more angles than we've seen so far, or something that I've seen so far. I think a few more pictures of it would be quite nice.
I think the pictures on the Corvus Belly website now.
The GW one, yeah.
Sorry. Stop it.
You'll get a 5-second suspension in a second.
Okay, the pictures on the Corvus Belly website, you can see better angles.
Yeah.
But they've only been up not long at all. No, we've not been able to grab those. So if you are wanting better looks, have a quick go on their website, have a quick look.
The tag did not miss leg day. That's for sure.
And then we have the other group shot of what you get in the model. So you can get 9 models in the Torchlight bundle. It still doesn't look like a Kaitok to me, I'll be honest.
Just me.
I kind of see what you mean, but at the same time, I kind of don't.
Well, in the group picture, the tag looks a lot smaller. I don't know if it's the picture.
He is only a Silhouette 5, so I don't think he's a proper tag. He's going to be a heavy infantry.
Is the big fella in the box?
Yes.
There's always a big fella in the box nowadays.
There has to be a big fella in the box. So that's what you're going to get in the box. Do we want to go back through comments? Have we had many whilst we do that before we move on to the reinforcements box?
Yeah, we've got a few before we go to reinforcements. Coty was on his comment on his first game against the O12 was my carrier skipped merrily through a field of EM mines and made contact with his core fire team. EM mines are either good or useless, especially against.
Isn't that what a Chimera and Pupniks are for? Skipping merrily through minefields.
Go clear the mine. Ralph saying thanks, guys, to our comments about his Troy, Helena Troy one. Nexus, Yellow Jackets referred to as the parachutists in today's unboxing video. So yeah, they're definitely going to be jumping in, but what they do and how aggressive they can be, I think that would be like question says, that will be interesting to find out if they are as aggressive as the name suggests. Berserker combat jump from Hoppy. That would be interesting. We haven't got one, have we? I don't think we've got a Berserking combat jump, have we?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you had the reinforcement one. So you had the Ariadne's ones or the Hockey's Club. Now the Ariadne ones, the Apaches.
Technically, they don't combat jump, do they? They're reinforcements.
Yeah, but they could come in a later day. Or
okay.
Yeah, because you can't shoot them as when they first appear either as well. So that's even worse.
Did they have got Berserk, by the way?
Crouching Otter says, Nomad's called and we want their shields back, please.
They could have Berserk.
Psychotic Storm says, I'm looking forward to converting one of the Hellblazers to Maximus's pilot figure. Crouching Otter says, Maximum has a pilot inside him. Psychic Storm says, no, he is the pilot. Crouching Otter says, phew. useful for him. He wears his unusual power armor and then as a tag at power armor. Nicola Ristic says, hello from Serbia. Better late than never. Great to have you along, Nicola. Ralph says, most of these go a little too far Space Marine for me, but then I've always been more attracted to light infantry stuff. Love the reinforcements parts better, which we're going to get to in a minute. Kyoto says, Sombra Krilla, but I think that's shared back up with other models. Crouching also says, Strider have the unusual issue. What's the point of the helmet protecting your head if your face is exposed? Shooting with the face, sir. Nicola says, new designs are love it or hate it, but what's up with the Prime's HMG? We've had design for the HMG for 012. Why is he holding onto a goofy N2 HMG gun? Didn't notice that.
I will admit that I didn't realise that was a HMG when I saw the pictures before they talked about it today. I thought it looked like some sort of combination heavy flamethrower, heavy riot stopper, adhesive launcher thing. I just didn't think it was a HMG when I looked at it.
No.
Right then. So the reinforcements box for 012 is also going to be coming out at the same time.
Gladius.
The Gladius team. Yes. One of the cooler names. So we've got a group shot of those, and the box is going to contain 3 jackboots, 2 Vidocs, and a Ment agent. So first up, we have the jackboots.
I like these.
These do look very 012-y, don't they? They blend with the rest of the range really well, and their stats are pretty. They got some interesting stats. They got total immunity, but they're 1 wound, medium infantry, which is quite nice.
Yeah, they're not as risky as heavy infantry, but yeah, I like these. I like the jacket, so you can imagine some kind of like name badge and all that kind of stuff on them. Yeah, it's very Judge Dredd. They got that Judge Dredd feel to them.
And so we've got one with a Spitfire, one with a submachine gun, which is probably the paramedic or the engineer.
I don't know, that looks like a gizmo kit in his other.
So there's the engineer, yeah, and then the combi rifle one. So the Spitfire has NCO, which is, as we all know, one of your favourite skills, Claw.
It is when I've got 2 lieutenant orders, yeah.
It is. And then you've got a couple of specialists as well, which I think it's a nice little trio to have in your reinforcements, or even in your normal list.
Yeah. What's your thoughts? Question?
Yeah, I like them. I only dislike the one without the helmet, because it's. I think the helmets are really cool with them.
Yeah, the helmets are really cool. The coats are cool. I do like them. I think these are a nice set of models. You can certainly see them being used as well. Then we have the 2 Vidoc, which I possibly pronounced wrong, but I'm not quite sure how else to pronounce it. One with the boarding shotgun and one with the sniper rifle. I'm assuming it's the sniper rifle, because there's a multi-sniper is another profile that they have. Nice to see on the unboxing that the multi-sniper on her tactical table is... The tactical table is optional. It's a separate piece, so you don't have to use that at all if you don't want to, because it won't be to everybody's taste.
Yeah. Was it a Sayacast table?
I don't think so. It looked like it was metal.
Like the sniper.
Could be wrong.
Was
the new Cater one had a... Yeah. Well, I think these are cool too. I like both of these profiles as well. These again, both of these have NCO. And one of the boarding shotgun can be a doctor. So a doctor with NCO is a nice way of getting that extra order to get them to where you need them.
Yeah, to get somebody to get that big guy up or whatever.
Yeah.
No, they're nice. They are. I'd like to see the booty, obviously, because Corvus Belly do nice booty.
Nice to see you got your priorities there.
Yeah. Cool.
And then last up in this box set is the Ment agent, who looks like she's the sister of the original of the
Cammy from
What's it
Street
called?
Fighter.
She does a bit look like the character from Street Fighter. I was thinking she looks like the sister of the model they brought out a while ago when they first released O12. It'll come to me. What do you guys think of the model while I'm trying to remember what it's called?
I'm not a fan of this one. I don't know why. It might be the pose and the feet and the tactical rock she's on, but the feet look weird.
Feet look weird. Why do the feet look weird?
Because they've got cloven hooves. I think that's what he's probably.
Okay. So the edge highlighting on the toe, the steel toe caps, just makes it look a bit weird.
Yeah, it's even split into two. It's like big toe and another toe, and then the other three. It just don't look right. I'm sorry. That and the pose, not a fan of. That I just know now that arm with the pistol is going to be a wine to put on.
It might be. It might all be one piece with the head attached. It might just slot across the back. You don't know.
We can hope.
We can hope. Team Sirius. That's the one I was trying to remember.
Oh.
The woman with the boarding shotgun and the gorilla robot. She looks very similar. The faces look quite similar to me between the two models.
Yeah, I'm clashing with Claw. I love the model.
I'm with you, Question. I like it too. I think it looks really good.
Well, if we all agree,
we don't have to agree. It's fine. And then the bonus model, if you decide to get the whole bundle, or you can hunt it down on eBay, is another authorized bounty hunter, who I think looks really cool.
I saw the 3 poses of this on the CB website earlier. Initially, I thought that looks cool, but then after looking at it a bit more, it's one of those okay models again for me. Again, I think I'd give it a 3, maybe a 4 to push, but probably a 3. It's an okay model for a freebie. It's bang on.
See, I think it's really good. I like these sort of generic models that could be anything. And to me, it looks like he's wearing like a racing jacket to go with that baseball cap. I'm probably going to use this as a rem racer because I didn't get tag race. So I don't have all the hackers and bits and pieces that came in that I know people have been using. And you yourself, Claude, said you're going to use as your rem racer model. But for me, he's got a shotgun. He looks like he's wearing a racing jacket and a baseball cap. That's probably going to be my rem racer proxy. Because I've already got 2 or 3 bounty hunters. I don't need another one.
Yeah, it looks either a ram racer or a monster trucker.
He'd also make a good monster trucker, yeah, that's true. So that's all the models that we've seen. Unless there's any I missed. And if they are, I don't have pictures of them.
I think that's the whole bundle, which is pre-order now. It covers belly for a bit of a bonus. I've not seen many in the our friendly local game stores yet, but I know you can get it on Corvus Belly and Warston. I think I've seen advertised that are up now, so you can get them with a bit of a discount and the free model, which is always nice. And I think if you're looking for an army to start off with, buying a bundle like this is ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you like the aesthetic, then the bundles, these army boxes, are always a good place to start. And the bundle will definitely help.
Okay,
so
let's catch up with this. Let's catch up with this chat a second. Just a few. Scotty, hi all, back finally. Thank you to have me back, Scotty. It's nice to have you along. Mr. Smith, welcome along, pal. How you doing? Hair Lad says, which is, we need to get you back in on the channel, mate. Get you playing Infinity again. Get you back in. We had Ariadne yet? No, we haven't had Ariadne yet, mate. Scotty says, love the look of the Nimrod. Would love to see a HMG option. Loving. Ralph says loves the video cues. Vidocs.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Vidocs.
The woman on the table, the woman with the shotgun.
Yeah, the one which Spec Op Spud says it looks like a hoverboard. The tactical hoverboard. Well, it is nice that is optional.
Because a lot of people are going to get annoyed by the fact that get annoyed by tactical ops and stuff. The fact that it is as a separate piece, I think, is a great idea.
Yeah. Scotty says, do you guys think you could run a tag raid game or 3? Yes, I fully intend to. I finished the last tag off last night. So they're all painted up now. So we will be doing some tag raid.
We did try a game.
We had a go. We tried it. We're going to wrap. Andy Smith is going to be up there. We're going to drag him in. He's going to have a go. There you go. You just been volunteered, Andy.
Chosen volunteer.
It's how you get people to volunteer. You tell them on screen. And he actually does say, "Serious? What's my dog doing there?" That's the name of the repeater thing. Is it just a repeater?
It's called Team Sirius, and one of them is a Sirius bot. I think the other thing's called. Yeah, it kind of looks like a gorilla to me.
Gorilla with dreadlocks.
Yeah, robotic gorilla. It is a repeater. Has a, I'm going to say, heavy riot stopper. Because, it's O12. Good little unit,
though. Space Ranger says it's a Spitfire. Can't remember what that was referring to. Psychotic Storm says Met is both body and arms and right legs are separate. Okay, rather than just have that small armpit gluing player place. Crash God says 2 to 3 jackboots will make it home safely. Guy forgot his helmet though. I think you like question. It is one of those question things where if you haven't got your helmet, you're going to get your head blown off.
I'm with them. It was always one of my big issues with GW stuff is why do all the sergeants take their helmets off?
So they can see their pretty faces. Psychotic Storm says slot of pistol hands looks sufficiently deep. It should not be hard to attach. It shouldn't. It's just when you are trying to attach them one-handed, it can be a pain. What you have to do is
you can always pass them to me, mate. I'm always happy to do them for you.
You do, and then you tell me how frustrating it is. Nicholas says, what do you guys think about the backstory they shared today? Honestly, it increases my interest to collect these guys exponentially, as I love playing this type of faction. Space Police, the UN, with more power, where they drop in as reinforcements.
No, I don't know if you had a chance to watch the video they put up, but the idea that they were created to enforce new planets that are going to be discovered as a planet. I quite like everything that we've seen since the initial announcement. The models, the background and the way they look, and the fact they look like they're going to be quite heavy infantry has definitely increased my enthusiasm to play them. And I'll be chomping at the bit to get the models and get them painted and get them on the table. The only thing I'm less sure of is the name. I'm still not a fan of the name Torchlight Brigade. I don't know why. It's not evoking anything in me.
I was hoping for a Captain Jack Harkness.
Captain Jack Harkness, okay.
Oh well. What about you, Christian? What do you think about the backstory for these Torchlight guys?
Yeah, it's okay. It's a story. It's not. Yeah, it's not.
It's not no match. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't know it, but I'm really, I have again the thing what drove me to Infinity was like, okay, you have this faction, and sorry, I'm really pro Nomad, but it's like okay, we don't like the current system, so we fuck you Earth, and we will go. Sorry, I couldn't swear. Nuke you Earth, and I'll go up to space. That's really cool. And I was like, okay. We will drop down and talk with the current people who are there. Yeah, it's my thing. but I, it's more. It has a deeper meaning than O12 at the moment. General O12 is like, okay, we are like the European Union or the United Nations, and we do stuff. I think they are really detailed in their background, so it can really appease to some players.
It will. I think it will, and it's always nice to have, when you're actually starting an army, actually look into the background and the story behind them and all that kind of stuff. It's nice that they put that video out, to be honest. I was very impressed.
So are we all caught up?
No, not yet. Andy Smith says, more bears and wolves, please. No, it's not Ariadne, mate. You'll have to wait till another week.
More bears.
Transbehemoth says, evening, folks. Good evening, Morgan. How you doing? Andy Smith says, yeah, I'll have a go. I guess that's to tag raid. Space Ranger, the bounty hunter is a Spitfire. Sorry, it's the bounty hunter. Is that a Spitfire over his shoulder? It could be.
I thought it was a shotgun.
It could be a Spitfire.
Could be.
Yeah, we'll give you that one, Space Ranger.
Will be when I'm finished with it. It's when I'm finished.
It's time you had a good look back on the channel. What do you mean back on the channel?
Thank you for the compliment, Andy.
Nicholas says they sound like more like a rescue team. They do. A backup for new settlers. As the lore thing goes, I think that's probably a good thing. Psychotic Storm says, well, after the Ariadne and Paradiso gold rush from the big powers, it kind of makes sense that the O12 would create an enforcement division because...
Yeah, they did all go a bit nuts, didn't they?
They did. Kubidan says, the background sounds real interesting. It does, and like I said a short time ago, it's nice that they put that video out with the background and that kind of thing from Corvus Belly. I think that's a great thing to do. Yeah. So it gets a lot more people interested in that faction because there's lore and stuff behind it, which is, you hear all the time that there's no lore and background to Infinity. There's loads.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like the easiest to find sometimes, though, sadly.
Yeah. That's one of the big cons of Infinity. It's like they have it's 175 years in the future. They have a really deep lore, but as Tom Farrow saying, it's not it's not a bundle. If they would say like, okay, we will now make an Infinity book, part 1, the start of it, the fall, the downfall of Earth, and then continue it, I think you could really sell a lot of books, ebooks, whatever they want.
They are doing more, though. They are doing more. So we've had 2 novels so far. We've got the various graphic novels. So they are trying, but yeah. But it being more accessible would definitely be beneficial, I think.
But to have a continuous timeline, it would really help for a lot of people who are interested in such a thing.
Yeah, which is one of the things I found really handy with when they did the RPG, because it did go in chronological order when it went through stuff, as opposed to the Infinity lore book, which are often jumping about from various places. But we're getting sidetracked. So, we're all caught up.
Yep.
Now, question. You wanted to talk about the Infinity Team Championship. So what is it?
Yes, it's basically... I came from different games, of course, as everybody does. And I played a lot of Guild Ball. And in Guild Ball, we had the WTC. That's the World Team Championship. And actually, I talked to Steve, who's called Cooper here. Or Steve? No, Steven, sorry. I thought about Copper, but it's Steven. And we talked about it. Oh, yeah, Infinity is really cool. But they don't have a team championship. And I was like, okay, you know what? Why don't I arrange that? And I talked to a couple of people. Gaz is one of them. And we're now starting to do in 2025, we will organize a team event. For now, we're discussing if it's 3 or 5 players. And you then face, as a team, you face 5 or 3 other opponents. And depending how the matches go, so if you would have like 2 wins, 1 loss, then you would win as a team. And then, we play like 5 or 6 rounds till one of the best teams is chosen. We're also still discussing, because normally you have like countries, but we're looking at how the setup would be of that. We would go maybe do a France tournament 4, so you could have like a Dutch guy, a Belgian guy, and a German guy competing, instead of the normal setup of like you have like 3 Germans against 3 Belgians, for instance.
I really thought you were setting up a joke then. A Dutch guy, a Belgian guy, and a German walk into a bar or something.
Navigate Infinity.
Yeah, it has to do with history. They don't like that. Yeah, but we're still discussing in the background because there are a lot of big events in Infinity, and it's hard to get the international players all there if you want to fill up the room, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because we're hosting it in Germany, by the way. We're still checking now the final part between two venues. One would be really cool because it's in a place where satellites were developed, so they have like really cool backgrounds with planets and such. We were talking about
Cool.
projecting Infinity characters on it, to really get the vibe on it. And after we set a date, we can go live. Expectancy is to go live at the end of the month, starting maybe end of April, to get some sign-ups ready. Depending on the venue that we get, it could be between 60 and 100 players.
That is an ambitious total, 60 to 100.
Yeah, it's doable. The French did a similar tournament with 19 players, so 9-0. And they only did it almost with only French guys. So I think like there were 70 or 75 French guys, and the other people were foreigners.
So sounds very cool. So the plan is for this to be in 2025.
Yes.
So, but you're going to be hoping to announce, or planning to announce in April when it'll be and where it'll be, so people have time to get tickets, sort hotels, flights, etc. if they need to get over there.
Yes, we actually have a Facebook page and a Discord channel. I can leave a link at the. Maybe you can add that in the video later.
If you ping us a link, we'll put it into the video description for when it goes up on YouTube, so you can find it there. And is that the best way for people to reach out to you if they're interested in helping, coming along, asking more questions? Go to the Facebook or the Discord.
In the Discord itself, and I will put up a link. We have a Google Drive, and if people have questions, they are asked there, and they will also get the answer for that. So basically, it's an FAQ what's online.
Wonderful. Any questions from you, Claw? Sorry, I'll let you talk while I go and look at how much flights to Germany are.
Okay, two, mate. Two.
Got it.
No, it does. It sounds good. It's not something I've ever really played. I think we've only ever played kind of doubles, really.
But it's real fun because I did it with other games, and it was just like a laid-back tournament. Yeah, okay, you can have people that really want to win it, but it's really a nice. It's like getting to interplanetary feeling. Like you can talk with people, and after the games, you can drink a lot, and you really make. It's not like just playing, but you really make a lot of friends. I still have people that I know from the W2C. I talk to like every other week. It's really fun to talk with people at the other side of the world.
It's that community thing. The whole why I really want to do the channel is to get that community together and having a social gathering where you play Infinity kind of thing. It does sound nice.
And on the side track here, I think Infinity has one of the best communities, because if you look at, we have had like the online campaigns, and I was not the last one, the second to last one. I was part of the Hockey Slam faction, and they really made like patches for all the factions that were involved. It was really cool.
Yeah, it does sound. It sounds really good. And do you know what? I think that the Infinity community is one of the better ones. I think it's a lot to do with the game being cooperative.
Yeah, and we have like for the ITC, the Infinity Team Championship, we currently have 2 English people, 1 Polish one, 1 German, 1 Dutch, 1 Spaniard, and 1 American. So we really want to make it international.
Yeah, there we go. I think being international kind of will be a nice touch.
No, it sounds really cool. I should definitely be interested in attending. Have you got in touch with Corvus? Have you got any official support from them?
Yeah, we're talking with Corvus. One of the things that we would like to do, but we're still discussing with them, is having the top 3 or top 5, if it's possible, to get it like a satellite. So the top 3 will get a ticket to Interplanetario, but we're still discussing that in the background. I think it has to do with if you have like 40 players only, then it would not be done. But if you have like 60 to 100, then you would be more likely to give it the satellite approval.
Cool.
Keep us informed. We'll kind of spread the word if we can.
Will do.
So
cool. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Anything I've forgotten to mention that I was supposed to?
I don't think so. We've got a couple more comments. We've got Nicola saying that Corvus Belli is really bad at promoting Infinity novels. Do you know there's a new novel coming out in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, I saw it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. We'll have a look and keep an eye out for that. Dan Fox says, I actually made it to a live show again. Being GMT -8 can be a pain. Hello all. Good evening over the pond.
Oh, Dan. Woo!
Kubla Dan says, yeah, it surprised me. I enjoyed the last 2 novels, so I'm definitely interested in more. Crouching Otis, so Torchlight is the O12 equivalent of Onyx Contacts Force. Join us or we'll glue you to the floor. I do like that.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And Andy Smith was where we're going in Germany. Yes, mate, you can come along.
Yeah. Göttingen, it's called, the place. And we were actually talking about if people would arrive, especially we had some American interest, and they would arrive on Friday if the event was Saturday or maybe on Thursday. We would like to host like a tour of Göttingen on Friday if it's possible, if people would like that.
To make actually a good kind of short break of it.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Good weekend away. Yeah, definitely getting me interested. I think that's it. I think we've come to the end. So if you have been one of those legends that have become a member of the Fast Panda channel and you're not in the Discord at the moment, drop me a line either through Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and we'll get you sorted out, because all we want to do with the membership is create that community. We've got a great Discord, lots of conversations and that kind of thing. So drop us a line if you're not if you're a member but you're not in that Discord and you want to be part of that community. Just give us a shout and we'll sort you out on that one. Again, there's a few of you online now. Just drop us a like on the video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. All that kind of stuff helps us out, makes us feel good. But to be fair, I can't imagine the amount of subscribers we've got at the moment. It just blows my mind, and thank you for every single one of you. I really do appreciate that.
Well deserved, by the way, for you guys.
Sorry?
Well deserved for you guys, by the way.
Well, to be honest, all we do is we kind of show up, we have a game, we film it, we swear at each other, we edit that bit out and put it on. So yeah, it's
as close as we are astounded by that we have as many subscribers as we do. It's very much appreciated. The fact that you guys take time out of your lives to watch us play Toy Soldiers is phenomenal.
And get annoyed at each other.
But we edit most of that out, so they never know. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
By the way, Claw, Trinitarian Tertiaries have a sniper option.
Just.
Okay, we could have lost Claw. So thank you very much for joining us this evening. I hope you guys are enjoying the Torchlight Brigade reveals as much as we are. And we will thank you, Question, for joining us. Very much appreciate you taking the time to be a guest and stop it just be me and Claw arguing with each other.
You're welcome. I can also argue with you both, so...
Yeah, we'll see you again in person at the Satellite in Sheffield.
Yes, it's the event is booked, just not the flight yet, but I will get there.
Excellent. Very good. Great to catch up with you, mate.
Yes.
And take care, folks. We'll catch you in the next one.
See you.